Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. No, you're not imagining things. Gas prices really are down. The American Automobile Association says the price of gas per gallon is down an average of 20 cents compared to this time last year. Economists and industry experts suggest the cause is an excess of stored oil supplies in the United States, along with greater productivity in the U.S. oil and gas industry. This is in spite of continuing tension in the Middle East, which would normally drive the prices up.
Well, she passed herself off to other psychologists and medical doctors as a real psychologist. She was part of a practice, and over time, Sharonda Avery assumed a prominent place in the community. But according to evidence collected by Stafford County prosecutors, she was nothing more than a con artist. She played the part to the hilt, diagnosing and, most distressing, misdiagnosing patients, even going so far as to recommend medications leading to incorrect treatments. During the year she claimed to be a psychologist, complete with a PhD in the field, she testified in court as an expert witness. Prosecutors claim she did a lot of damage. We here at CVTV were also convinced of her credentials and welcomed her as a guest on one of our early public interest programs. She had us fooled too. Avery was taken into custody several weeks ago and has since been spending her time in the Rappahannock Regional Jail. However, last week, Stafford Circuit Court Judge Charles Sharp granted her request for bail and set the amount at $2,500. Ms. Avery faces 13 felony charges.
Last week, we reported on the Children's Miracle Network theft from Walmart on Garrisonville Road. You may recall our plea for the public's help in identifying two women and a gentleman believed to be responsible for this despicable crime. The two women entered the store at about 2 a.m. in the morning and stole a donation jar containing about $200. One problem these crooks had, and a lot of criminals aren't very bright, I think, had with carrying out this caper was that they forgot Walmart has plenty of cameras. If you've been to a Walmart, you know what I mean. They're everywhere. They've got every inch of the store covered, and the pictures of the suspects were excellent, almost portrait quality. So it wasn't long before Stafford Sheriff's Department caught up with them. Thanks to the public's assistance and the excellent work of Stafford County's Detective Dupree, they are now all behind bars. They were identified as Titania Jones of Washington, D.C., and Elania Macinas Urquio of Arlington, Virginia. Good work, Stafford Sheriff's Department. It's worth mentioning that there was a third possible suspect. We showed that picture last week. He was dressed as a security guard. After he exited the same vehicle as the women, he entered the store, took a brief look around, and then quickly left. There has been no word as to who this gentleman is or if he is still considered a suspect. Yeah,
the mystery man. This is one of the first stories we ever reported on CVTV News. It wasn't a happy story then, and it isn't now. Nothing ended well in this tale. Back in August 2018, we reported that Franklin Delano Hess, age 26, was riding dirt bikes with his friends near Andrew Chapel Road. Evidently, disregarding all reasonable safety concerns, Hess ran into a bike operated by his friend Thomas Clayton Langston. While Hess suffered significant injuries, including substantial vision loss, his friend's injuries were fatal. Hess was convicted in Stafford County Circuit Court of involuntary manslaughter and was recently sentenced to 10 years with 2 years suspended. That means he will spend 8 years behind bars. During the sentencing hearing, prosecutors argued that Hess has an extensive criminal record and, in spite of several opportunities to mend his ways, he hasn't done so. We'll be right back after this.